It had been exactly 7 years since I stood in front of the cameras and told the world that Elena, the most famous actress in the country, was my girlfriend. Tonight, the entire internet seemed to be watching the clock, counting down the seconds, waiting for me to wish her a happy birthday. But midnight came, and then it went. My profile on the social media platform remained completely silent. I didn't post a picture, I didn't write a status, and I didn't like any posts. People online were starting to get anxious, and if you looked at the comments section under my old photos, it was an absolute mess. People were asking if Mark and Elena had actually broken up. They were calling it premium drama. They couldn't understand why I would post religiously for 7 years in a row and then just stop cold this year. The mood online shifted quickly, and the general public turned on me. They said I didn't deserve Elena. After all, she had risked her entire career to announce our relationship back when she was at the absolute peak of her fame. And I was nobody. While the internet was busy tearing me apart, Elena was busy comforting her best friend Julian. The silence went on like this for a while, until a student who was studying abroad uploaded a video she had taken 7 years ago. In the shaky footage, a much younger version of me is walking down a street in a foreign city with a bright blue balloon tied to the back of my shirt. A vibrant, youthful Elena makes a wish with her eyes closed. She says, "I hope Mark and I can be together forever." The vlogger had tagged Elena in the post with a caption that read, "7 years are up. Did your wish come true?" Elena's birthday was getting closer by the minute. My agent, Sam, told me that everyone online was placing bets on whether I'd publicly celebrate her birthday or not. I had been so busy filming on set these last few days that I hadn't even logged on to check the platform. Just from this discussion alone, Elena's name and my name had been trending topics for 2 days straight. The hype was relentless. Anyone who didn't know the real story would think we had been involved in some massive scandal. Even some of our mutual friends in the industry started sliding into my direct messages to see what was going on. The rumors online seemed so real that people were asking if I was heartbroken, if we had really broken up, and why they hadn't seen me post about her lately. They noticed I was booking projects back to back and asked if the rumors were true. Some people were just there for the drama, some were genuinely sad, and some were just snooping around trying to figure out our relationship status. Sam stared at the online chatter on his tablet, frowning as he asked me, "Should we respond to this?" I looked down at the script in front of me and sighed, feeling a deep sense of resignation. "Forget it," I said. "Let them talk. This whole online circus has lost sight of what a birthday is even about." I glanced down at Elena's profile picture on my phone. Our last text conversation was from 3 months ago. It was a short message from her that said, "Let's both take some time to cool off." I just didn't expect that cooling off would last for 3 whole months. Today was Elena's 33rd birthday, and she had just updated her social feed. She was at a local water festival. She posted a video of herself releasing a sky lantern with writing on the side that read, "May the future be filled with freedom and love." In an unnoticed corner of the video, I saw a young man following behind her, and his voice could be heard clearly. He said, "Elena, this is so beautiful. Thanks for bringing me somewhere so amazing." I recognized the man in the video immediately. It was Julian, Elena's closest male friend. Back when Elena first introduced me to her circle of friends, Julian had been sulking in a corner by himself. He downed several drinks alone, drinking to the point where even his friends couldn't watch it anymore. As an outsider, it was obvious to me. I could feel the jealousy and resentment in the way he looked at me. But he forced himself to play along, even initiating a greeting. He said, "Hi, I'm Julian, Elena's friend. We've known each other for 20 years. Julian's passive-aggressive tone had a strong hint of staking a claim on her. I was a bit taken aback. The man in front of me actually bore a slight physical resemblance to me. I knew exactly what Julian was trying to say. He had known Elena longer than I had. They shared a long history, and I was just the new guy. The crowd teased Julian, saying that if he had made a move sooner, maybe he would be the one Elena was introducing right now. I just stood there feeling incredibly awkward. Elena squeezed my hand, telling me not to be nervous. She told everyone not to talk nonsense, and that it took a lot of work for her to finally get me. That day, Julian quietly whispered to me, "You're just my substitute. You really think Elena likes you?" I couldn't help but clench my fists. Elena pulled me forward, smiling as she introduced me to her friends, saying, "This is your future brother-in-law, Mark." 3 months ago, Elena and I had a massive fight. It started because of Julian. He had just returned to the country and threw a party. As soon as Elena got the news, she started acting strange. In the private room at the venue, someone asked Julian, "You've been abroad for so long. Are you leaving again this time?" Julian waved his hand dismissively, but his eyes were fixed on Elena. He said, "I'm not leaving again." Elena's hand paused for a fraction of a second, a tiny detail I didn't miss. Our friends started to cheer and egg them on. They said, "Julian's back for good. What about you two, Elena?" "Nike, you've been together for 7 years. When are you getting married?" Elena stayed silent, sipping her wine over and over. In recent years, Elena's career had hit a wall. With no new film or TV projects, her standing in the industry was a shadow of what it once was. Her only real asset was her fame, but even that was fading. Elena's fans still often blamed me, saying her career went downhill because she started dating me. They called me a jinx, a bad omen for her career. After a long pause, Elena slowly uttered 2 words. "We'll see." The group turned the topic to me, and Julian jumped in. "Don't tell me it's Mark who doesn't want to get married," he said. "The internet says you're in the prime of your career and don't want to settle down. Some people are even saying you've grown cold now that Elena's career isn't what it used to be. The paparazzi haven't caught you two together in ages." I instinctively shot back. "We just want to be low-key. We don't want to be on the front page every other day." I had heard the saying online that couples who date for too long often don't get married, especially around the 7-year mark. It's either get married or break up. It was time for Elena and me to make a choice. When we got back to our apartment building that night, I took Elena's hand and told her what was on my mind. "Elena, why don't we just get engaged? If we settle it, we can both have some peace of mind." Elena froze, probably not expecting me to bring up marriage. She pulled her hand away, went upstairs to the balcony alone, and lit a slender cigarette. "Getting married now would be like cutting off all my options," she said. "How would I survive in the industry after that?" I thought Elena never cared about such empty fame and fortune. After all, she had announced our relationship against her agency's wishes. My eyes turned red as I asked her, "Elena, we've been together for 7 years. I'm 30 years old. Are we supposed to just keep dating like this forever? How many 7 years do we get to wait in a lifetime?" Elena's tone was weary, tinged with annoyance. "It's bad enough getting pressured about marriage when we're out, but now I have to come home to it every day? It's so frustrating. Mark, can you please not be like them? Stop pushing me. This is so suffocating. You're not the person I fell in love with. Maybe we shouldn't be together anymore." Pushing her? Was that what I was doing? But it was Elena who used to tell me she wanted to get married after she turned 30 and have a home of our own. I laughed. "Elena, it's not me who's changed. It's you." I glanced out the window and saw Julian waiting downstairs. "You're hesitating. Is it because of Julian?" The last thing Elena said as she walked out with her suitcase was, "Let's both take some time to cool off." During the time Elena was gone, I read a ton of scripts and scheduled back-to-back projects, keeping my calendar packed. Fans who were closely watching our relationship constantly speculated about our status. Some suspected that when a male celebrity dives headfirst into work like this, it usually means there's trouble in his love life. The drama watchers online tore into me. They said Elena announced their relationship without a second thought. And now that it's time to settle down, my fans are saying I need to focus on my career instead of getting married. They said, whatever, let's all just wish Elena a happy birthday. They said, great, maybe next year she can have a peaceful birthday. Calling it now, breakup. Set Elena free. It's probably because my career is taking off and I think Elena isn't good enough for me anymore. There were so many theories about our relationship online, and a huge wave of people started attacking me. I tried to avoid it, but it was impossible. Then I saw Elena's latest tell-all interview. The host asked her, "You've stepped back from the screen in recent years and your popularity has declined. Do you have any regrets?" Elena thought for a long time. "Maybe I regret announcing our relationship a little. We've hit a plateau. And being stuck in this limbo is just pointless. Whenever I see old videos of my fans cheering for me, I wish I could go back to that fiery, confident age. But you can't go back." Elena's fans were ecstatic when they heard that. The host continued, "If you could go back 7 years, would you make the same choice?" Elena answered without hesitation, "There are no ifs." Then the host got to the question everyone was dying to hear. "The other day, paparazzi photographed you having dinner with a man. Some noticed that he has a strong brow and eyes that look strikingly similar to Mark's, but it wasn't him. Do you have any comment on that?" I was terrified of what she might say, and instinctively hit pause. Elena didn't try to dodge the question and answered the host directly. "That's a friend I grew up with. He's not in our industry. I hope the media and reporters who took the pictures can help protect his privacy. I'm begging you." Elena never begged anyone for anything. When she ran into paparazzi, she was always confrontational, direct, and fearless. This was the first time I had ever seen her bow her head to the media, just to protect Julian. Seeing that, a sharp pain shot through my heart. After that interview came out, everyone online guessed we were probably done. On Elena's birthday, the social media site was buzzing like never before. Everyone was waiting to see if I would post. The internet was filled with speculation, and the entertainment news was all about us. They asked if Elena and Mark would just post their marriage certificate this year. They said if we really post a marriage certificate, everyone would have to shut up, but midnight passed. And my account remained silent. My profile views, however, were skyrocketing to the point that the page was starting to lag. The moment I saw Elena's post on her feed, I knew there would be no birthday post from me this year. Some paparazzi seized the opportunity to post a video of Elena drunk from a while back to cash in on the hype, describing her as a middle-aged woman facing a career slump and a breakup. She looked truly pathetic. On the other hand, there I was, diligently filming on set. All the behind-the-scenes photos of me online showed me looking calm and unfazed, as if nothing was wrong. Two completely different worlds. Elena's fans re-emerged from the woodwork to demand justice for their idol. They said she announced her relationship with me at the peak of her career. They said she was blind and it wasn't worth it. She gave an A-lister's best 7 years to him. They're gone now. How many 7 years does a person get? Elena's fans all felt it was a raw deal for her and launched a crusade against me. Just like when we first went public 7 years ago, my social media was under siege again. My own fans hoped I'd break up with her and focus on my career. Because of the relationship, my ranking among rising male stars had already dropped. I had the looks, I had the acting chops, but my fans felt I was getting the short end of the stick, too. In the 7 years with Elena, we were met with opposition from the very beginning. Everyone from strangers online to people we knew said we weren't a good match. We somehow survived 7 years in that storm of public opinion. It was only in the last couple of years that we started hearing fans wishing us well. Even at events, fans would occasionally come up to us with their blessings, hoping Elena and I would get married soon. The harsh reality is, just when we finally earned people's approval, we couldn't go on anymore. In the 7 years I was with Elena, I was always trying to prove that a relationship and an acting career weren't mutually exclusive. Then my new drama with Sarah aired. The internet went wild shipping me and Sarah, even giving us the ship name Sark. Under every viral promo clip for the show, the comments were all the same. They said Elena is great and all, but Sarah is just so attractive. Honestly, this is the first time I've seen a female co-star have such insane chemistry with Mark. They said, I'll handle things with Elena. You guys just get Mark and Sarah together. Can Elena just break up with Mark for like 2 days so he and Sarah can have a shot? Team Sark all the way. While the show was airing, every time I opened my video feed, the algorithm would push clips of me and Sarah being shipped together. It was hard for Elena to see, so she went out drinking with her friends. That was the time the paparazzi caught her looking miserable. That night, Julian dropped Elena off at our building. When he saw me, he said rudely, "Elena never used to drink much. Ever since she got with you, she's been drinking more and more." Back home, Elena blew up at me, which was rare. "Do you know what people are saying about me online? They're saying my popularity has tanked, that I don't deserve you, and that we should break up." Right before this, Elena had been rejected for a movie role. Her spirits were already low. As she spoke, her eyes welled up. "Mark, have you started looking down on me too? Why do I feel so insecure lately? I can't feel your love anymore." I showed Elena my call sheet. "Don't be ridiculous," I said. "I'm swamped every day. After filming, I have to memorize lines and work on my craft. I text you every chance I get." Elena wasn't satisfied with my answer, fixated on what people were saying online. "Do you have feelings for that Sarah girl? I saw the comments. Everyone says you two are a perfect match and that I should get out of the way. In your variety show appearances and interviews, you can't even look each other in the eye. Every glance is hiding so much affection. Are you in love with someone else?" Elena laughed to herself. "The crazy thing is, even I, his actual girlfriend, think you two look great together." After a long silence, Elena finally said it. "Mark, let's break up." My eyes instantly turned red. "Why?" Seeing my tear-filled eyes, Elena didn't come over to comfort me like she used to. "Don't you feel like we're on completely different wavelengths right now? I just can't find that feeling of being in love anymore, and it's making me miserable. I feel trapped every day. I'm tired, Mark. Let's just stop dragging this out." Elena finished speaking and went to the bedroom to pack her things. While she was in the bathroom, I saw her phone screen light up with a message. It read, "Elena, did you break up with Mark? If you don't make a choice, I'm flying out of the country tomorrow and never coming back." It was from Julian. He was waiting for her answer. At the same time, I suddenly got a message from my agent. "The dating documentary you and Elena filmed in Tokyo 7 years ago is trending." As Elena walked out the door, I chased her downstairs. Julian was standing by his car, his eyes red as if he'd just been crying. He said, "Elena, I knew you couldn't bear to let me go." Elena had been in such a rush to leave that she forgot her car keys and went back upstairs to get them. All the emotions I'd been holding back finally erupted. I stepped forward, my voice ice cold as I spoke to Julian. "I let things slide before out of respect for your friendship with Elena. But what is wrong with you? Do you get off on trying to steal other people's partners?" Julian dropped the vulnerable act. He didn't even bother pretending anymore and laid his cards on the table. "What do you mean, steal?" he asked. "I told you before, you just look a little like me. Did you really think you were her one true love? Let me tell you the truth. Before she met you, I used to sleep over at her place. We drank together. We did a lot of intimate things together. We weren't an official couple, but we did everything a couple would. The only reason Elena got with you is because I went to study abroad, and you look enough like me to fill the void. I know what you're wondering. Wasn't she afraid announcing her relationship with you would tank her career? That's because you have no idea how loaded her family is. Even if she quit entertainment, she'd be living a fabulous life. Our families have been friends for generations. Why else do you think you've waited 7 years and never gotten a proposal? Want to hear more? I'm afraid you can't handle it." Julian was deliberately trying to provoke me. The flood of information overwhelmed me. I roared, "Shut up! I don't believe you!" My outburst seemed to startle Julian, but he quickly recovered with a cold smirk. "Don't believe me? Just watch how Elena reacts when she comes down." Elena, who had just come downstairs with her keys, saw the scene and yelled, "Mark, what are you doing?" She rushed in front of me and shoved me hard, shielding Julian behind her. "Don't you go too far! You're bullying Julian while I'm not here!" I didn't expect Elena to push me so forcefully. Caught off guard, I stumbled back a few steps and fell hard onto the ground. Julian immediately hid behind Elena, feigning a look of hurt. "Elena, I didn't say anything. He just came at me and started yelling." Elena protectively shielded Julian, her eyes filled with urgent concern. "Are you okay? Don't be scared." But Elena seemed to have forgotten. We were supposed to officially adopt the child next week. I hadn't had a chance to tell her yet. The social worker said everything was finalized. We had worked so hard for the past 6 months to pass the adoption screening, going through so much. Just then, my phone rang. It was the social worker from the adoption agency. On the other end, her voice was full of regret. Because of the video of us fighting on the street and the impending negative press, they felt we couldn't provide a stable environment for a child. The board had just met and decided to revoke our adoption eligibility. My last shred of hope for Elena was gone. My eyes filled with hatred. "Elena, you're going to regret this." I clicked on the trending topic. A 21-year-old Mark and a 26-year-old Elena appeared on the screen. In the video, I still had the innocent face of a young man. Seeing the camera filming us, I shyly hid behind Elena. In the video, a big blue balloon was tied to my back. Elena had said I had no sense of direction, and this way, if we got separated while exploring, she could easily find me. That must have been what caught the attention of a student studying abroad. Back when vlogging wasn't a big thing, this young woman suddenly came up to me with a camera. "Hi, I'm Mia, a student studying abroad and a videographer. I'm documenting the people and sights I encounter here. Your blue balloon caught my eye today. Is there a special love story behind it? Would you and your girlfriend be willing to do a random street interview for me?" When Elena turned around, Mia froze, too excited to speak. The student glanced at a nearby billboard, quickly recognized Elena, and covered her mouth to keep from screaming. Seeing me next to her, she put 2 and 2 together, and her eyes widened. After she composed herself, the student looked at Elena a bit flustered. You're that Just as she was about to say her name, Elena put a finger to her lips in a shh gesture and nodded. Mia's face fell, thinking she was about to be rejected. "I can't believe I ran into a celebrity today. My luck is insane. I don't suppose I still have a chance to film you guys?" She politely lowered her camera, asking for our permission first. Elena smiled at her, not wanting to spoil the girl's fun. "It's okay. We're happy to be captured by your lens. It must be fate that we met. But we haven't gone public with our relationship yet. Can you keep this a secret for us? Please don't post this video yet." The girl smiled and nodded enthusiastically. Of course. Mia, now buzzing with excitement again, got back into filming mode, pointing the camera at Elena. "Is this your first time traveling abroad?" Elena smiled at the camera. "No, but it's my first time traveling with my boyfriend." As soon as she said it, Elena's eyes fell on me, and she introduced me with a big, sweet gesture. "Ta-da! This is my boyfriend, Mark." I smiled and waved at the camera. "Hey, everyone." Mia began her interview. "Wow, congratulations, you two. Is there anything you'd like to say to your future selves 7 years from now?" Elena squeezed my hand tightly. Her youthful face bright and confident. "I hope that in 7 years Mark and I are married. We'll have a huge wedding, a little home, and 2 cute kids. I hope Mark will always be by my side and we'll take on the world together, leveling up as we go." When the camera turned to me, I was busy eating an ice cream cone. "I hope Elena loves me more and more," I said, then paused, my expression turning serious. "Elena, if you ever dare betray me, I'll never speak to you again, got it?" Elena pleaded from the side. "I wouldn't dare, my prince. If I ever betrayed you, I wouldn't be able to forgive myself, let alone you." Our hands were clasped tightly, and Mia even got a big close-up shot. Mia looked at us. "Are you each other's first love?" Elena paused for a moment, then looked at me and we nodded in sync. "Of course. This is my first time being someone's girlfriend, and Mark swept me off my feet." I playfully nudged her, teasing, "What do you mean swept you off your feet? You pursued me first, remember?" Realizing we were being interviewed, I quickly got back on topic. "Actually, this is my first relationship too." Mia instinctively replied, "So sweet." So what's the story behind the blue balloon on your back? Mia asked. Elena jumped in. Don't let his smart-looking face fool you. He's terrible with directions. He got lost once and scared me to death. After that, I decided to tie this blue balloon to him so I can spot him in a crowd. Getting called out like that, I grumbled. I'm not terrible with directions. I just have a bad sense of direction. Elena quickly conceded. Okay, it's all my fault. In the beginning of our love, Elena showered me with affection. Later, when we went to a theme park, Mia even documented our entire day-long date. As we were leaving, Maya asked us expectantly, So, when can I post this video? Elena thought for a moment, then put her arm around my shoulder. Let's say 7 years from now. We can look back then and see if our wishes came true. Now, our breakup was a massive story online. The world's focus was entirely on my relationship with Elena. We were trending every other day, with many predicting our split. And right on cue, the 7-year promise was up. The student vlogger saw the online rumors, decided to set the record straight for the trolls, and posted the video she had filmed for us back then. 7 years ago, in the summer, I first picked up a camera to document my study abroad story and ran into Elena and Mark on a street in Tokyo. They hadn't gone public yet, and they were so sweet and in love. Elena was afraid Mark would get lost, so she had a blue balloon tied to his back. As a student back then, I was totally smitten by their innocent, beautiful love. To protect their relationship, Elena specifically asked me not to post the video. I wasn't going to say anything, but seeing how much hate you're all throwing at Elena and Mark, I just couldn't stay silent. Below is the video I shot 7 years ago. Mark really loves Elena. He was even wiping sweat off her face in the middle of summer. You can judge for yourselves. After posting the video, Mia tagged Elena in the comments. 7 years are up. Did your wish come true? She also tagged me separately. Mark, Jan, I wish you happiness too. I lingered on the trending page, feeling like I was suddenly back in the heat of my youth. That was when Elena and I first started dating. We went to Tokyo for our first trip together, afraid of being recognized by fans back home. Memories of when we were in love flashed before my eyes. It felt like discovering a gift that had been lost for a very long time. In the 7 years Elena and I were together, aside from our official announcement, we had very little public interaction. Fans who wanted to see how we were in private could only get glimpses through paparazzi photos. Mia's video got over 1 million likes in just an hour. The top comments were all saying how sweet it was, and how this is the first real meal for Mark and Elena shippers. They said if this had been posted earlier, imagine how many people would have been rooting for them. They said, holy crap! The vlogger dropped a nuke this morning, I'm watching it again. When my assistant Sam rushed over, I was sitting on a bench completely devastated. He saw my pale face and asked with concern what was wrong. I handed him my phone. It was the official email notification from the adoption agency. After reading it, Sam shook his head helplessly. Eligibility revoked. We worked so hard for this. We were so close. What a shame. Elena used to always tell me she hoped we could have 2 kids together. That way, whenever we traveled abroad, we'd have 2 more people with us, making it livelier. Unfortunately, we were both celebrities, and we never found the right opportunity to make her dream of having a family come true. I collapsed onto the cold bench, clutching that cold notification email, tears streaming down my face. I'm sorry, Daddy couldn't bring you home. These images were just so painful. Expired sweetness is like arsenic laced with a deadly poison. Goodbye, Elena. A media outlet photographed me near the adoption agency, looking haggard, and broke the story. The internet immediately erupted. They said, no way, are they actually getting married? They probably got married on the down low and are now adopting a child. The couple is as sweet as ever. Fueled by the heat of the expired candy video, fans were shipping us harder than ever. I ignored all the online chatter and threw myself into filming. After a scene wrapped, I saw Elena's luxury car parked outside the hotel. Elena came up to me, her eyes red as if she'd been deeply hurt. Mark! D'accord. Were you trying to dump me all along? You deliberately caused this scene to sabotage our adoption, didn't you? Are you having some shady affair with that Sarah girl? I let out a cold laugh, shaking off Elena's hand, my eyes filled with undisguised contempt. What right do you have to ask me that? You know perfectly well who betrayed this relationship first. I wasn't going to hide it from Elena. She made her bed, and now she had to lie in it. A child? What right do you have to talk about a child? You don't even deserve to be a mother. While you were off playing happy couples in Thailand with him, I was the one jumping through hoops trying to pass the final review with the social worker, and with one careless act, you destroyed a child's chance to have a home. I took 2 steps back, my eyes filled with endless disappointment. Elena. You're the one who single-handedly destroyed our chance to have a family. Elena froze, looking at her own hands, a storm of emotions crossing her face. How could this happen? Our eligibility was revoked because of me? I was just afraid you'd hurt Julian again. I didn't mean to push you. Elena came forward to hug me, her body trembling uncontrollably. Please forgive me, okay? We'll try again. We'll get another chance. You said you wanted to get married, right? Let's get married. We'll go get the license tomorrow. Okay? It was utterly ridiculous. I forcefully pushed Elena away. You don't deserve it anymore. For the first time ever, I saw tears on Elena's face. She took out her phone and showed me Mia's video. It already had 2 million likes. Did you see? The student we met on our trip to Tokyo. Oh, she posted the video. Elena scrolled to the part where we were being interviewed together. In the video, I looked at her with pure adoration, saying, I hope Elena loves me more and more. We were so good together back then. We even talked about getting married in 7 years. Have you forgotten all that? Elena took out a ring box and proposed to me. Mark, it hasn't been easy for us. We've been through so much. I can't let it go. I promise I'll only be good to you from now on. I won't cross any lines again. I admit I did some stupid things with Julian when I was drunk, but I wasn't in my right mind. After I got with you, my world has only been you. Will you give me one more chance? Let me make it up to you. 1,000 drones rose into the sky, forming a message. Mark, will you marry Elena, be her husband for eternity, protect, and love her? Without my knowledge, Elena had also invited my parents and my best friends. The proposal I had waited for so long, surrounded by my closest loved ones. It was the romantic scene I had always imagined, being proposed to by the one I loved. But it was too late. I stopped the fireworks that were about to launch and in front of everyone poured cold water on her. Elena, we started with a bang, and I want to end with dignity. I used to say I hoped you would love me more and more. But what did you do? When I was being attacked online, you didn't say a single word. You even pushed me aside for your friend. My voice broke. Even the child we were about to adopt. We lost them forever after you pushed me down that day and caused that huge scandal. And don't you forget, I also said that if you ever betrayed me, I would never speak to you again. My parents' faces were filled with shock when they heard about the child. Elena wanted our friends and family to plead my case, but they were all too stunned by what I had said. It's all too late, Elena. Before I came out to meet Elena, I had gone to the profile page of a user named Have Elena and Mark Broken Up Today. It was the first time I had ever looked at the Breakup Watch account. The latest post from Have Elena and Mark Broken Up Today read, Day 2812, not yet. When we first went public, Elena and I had talked about accounts like this, and it made me sad. Elena, no one thinks our relationship will work. I'm so scared we won't make it to the end. What do we do? Elena comforted me. It's okay. I'll let time prove everything. But hearts can't withstand tests, and time can't withstand waiting. Using my official account, I went to the comments section and personally replied with 2 words, We did. Those 2 words on the Breakup Watch blog were my official announcement to the world. In an instant, both my and Elena's social media platforms imploded. After the breakup was official, Sam had our publicist strategically release the security footage of Julian provoking me, and Elena pushing me, which led to our adoption being revoked, along with other supporting evidence. Public opinion flipped once again. They couldn't believe this A-lister had two faces. They asked who was the one talking about deep love. Elena pushed our Mark for that guy? That's just too much. People like her don't belong in entertainment. The sheer quality of this drama, who understands? The news of our breakup shot to the top of the trending lists. Just like 7 years ago, the internet lagged and crashed. Countless media outlets called for confirmation. My agent's phone was ringing off the hook. And friends from the industry were all asking what happened. For 7 years, the world only saw Elena's sacrifice. What they didn't know was that I also took a huge risk by going public with her. Elena's youth was precious. My 7 years were just as valuable. For a rising young actor to announce a relationship is a massive blow to their career. You can't be shipped with co-stars. I spent all these years working my hardest, trying to prove that as long as you have real talent and skill, being in a relationship doesn't have to affect your career, but it seemed like my luck had run out. I wasn't getting good scripts, and my career was stuck in limbo. It wasn't until my show with Sarah aired and fans started shipping us that I came back into the public eye. I finally started getting better scripts again. Then an anonymous post from a friend in the industry went viral. You guys probably don't know this, but Mark was actually the first one to announce their relationship on his private social feed. He was just as brave as Elena. Attached was a screenshot of my post from back then. I have some good news to share with everyone. I'm in a relationship. My girlfriend Elena is now online. Please be kind to us in the future. The picture was a photo of Elena and me together on a snowy mountain abroad. The contrast between the old sweet memories being dug up and the current explosive breakup was stark. Elena couldn't accept it. She sent me a message. Mark, I'm so sorry. Is there really no chance for us? Fans who were feasting on the old memories kept digging for the reason behind our breakup until someone noticed Julian. Elena mentioned him a while back, said he was a friend of hers. Can someone do a deep dive? What's his deal? This fits. The Mark Elena ship sank, he's definitely involved. Anyone in the study abroad circle knows Julian. Isn't that my old classmate from overseas? He looks familiar. Everyone in the study abroad scene knows that guy sleeps with men and women. His private life is a mess. That comment immediately caught everyone's attention. What? This is insane. What kind of taste does Elena have, liking someone like that? Birds of a feather, I guess. Elena's popularity was already on the decline, and now her already fragile reputation was in freefall. I heard from mutual friends that when Elena found out how wild Julian's life was abroad, and that he even had a kid, she had a huge blowout with him, and her family even cut ties with his. I've always been a magnet for hate. But after the breakup, my reputation did a complete 180. People started defending me. 7 years is 7 years, no matter whose it is. Mark was brave and open. He doesn't owe Elena anything. Later I heard Elena started frequenting temples to pray and repent for the child we never got to have. People would often see her there, dressed very modestly, like a completely different person. She lost a lot of weight and looked gaunt and exhausted. She was a far cry from the vibrant, confident girl on stage. 3 months later, Elena announced her indefinite retirement from the entertainment industry and deleted all her social media accounts. The internet was shocked by her choice. Even being a washed-up celebrity was better than quitting entirely. Elena's fans caused chaos on the platform, polluting the online environment until their main fan accounts were suspended and her official fan forum was shut down. Soon it was hard to find any trace of her online. The last time I saw Elena, I went to find her myself. While I was moving, I found the expensive watch her mother had given me when we first met. I forgot to return this to you. We're not on the same path. Elena's eyes were red, her voice choked with emotion. If time went back 7 years, would you still choose me? I thought for a long time and shook my head. No. If I knew this was how we would end, I would rather we never started. From the moment I decided to love you, the countdown to our separation had already begun. After the breakup, my career began to flourish. I was nominated for several awards. When my agent Sam came to pick me up, he was holding a stack of papers. "Mark, everyone online is betting you'll win Best Actor at the Emmys this year. What do you think our chances are?" I smiled, looking at the sun peeking out from behind the clouds, and a sense of peace washed over me. The road ahead is long and bright, and the past is just water under the bridge.
That username? What username? What are you talking about, Possessed? Y'all in Discord? Yeah. Hop in. We're in Wolves.
Those guys are getting RPG'd so fucking quick. Okay. Gotta farm while I can.
Here comes the late night Possessed hopping in Discord or Xbox party chat to talk to us on his drive home from work.
He's gonna be in MySpace, dude. Oh, there it is. Alright. For this map, there's 2 diapers right here. Counter. These 2 diapers. You stand right in between them and hold E, and you'll get pilot.
Oh, yeah, that's my wife's username. Yeah, I was watching the VOD this morning.
Wait, what's your wife's username?
His wife's username is Cuntosaurus Rex.
Oh, fuck yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I was watching the VOD and then I saw that username pop up on the chat replay and I was like, what the fuck? And then he said that was his wife. And I was like, what the fuck? That's so cool.
Uh-oh, there he is.
There he is.
Oh, what did I miss, fellas?
Pull your tits out.
Whip it out.
I'm still at work. That's an HR violation.
No, you need to be more of an asshole. Pull him out.
We're not employed by you guys, so it's not an HR violation. It's an OnlyFans violation. Get it, Tanner.
We no longer hold Charlie.
How's work going?
Oh, you know, bunch of bullshit.
Complaints of being cold.
You're leaving the AO. Return to combat.
I mean, it ain't horrible. It's just not fun.
Hostiles now hold more objectives. Out.
Nice, you set that off. We'll wait for players.